In this video, we are going to talk about what is hypothesis. Becoming a more data-driven decision maker can bring several benefits to your organization, enabling you to identify new opportunities to pursue and threats to avoid. Rather than relying on subjective thinking to guide your business strategy, backing your decisions with data can empower your company to become more innovative and ultimately profitable. When you are new to data-driven decision making, you sometimes find yourself wondering how data translates into business strategy. The answer lies in generating a hypothesis and verifying or rejecting it based on what various forms of data tell you. Let's figure out what hypothesis testing is and the role it plays in helping businesses become more data-driven. To understand what hypothesis testing is, it's important first to understand what a hypothesis is. A hypothesis or hypothesis statement seeks to explain why something has happened or what might happen under certain conditions. It can also be used to understand how different variables relate to each other. Hypotheses are often written as if-then statements. For example, if this happens, then this will happen. Although in a more formal statistical framework, this pattern you might not see, but that is okay. Hypothesis testing then is a statistical means of testing an assumption stated in a hypothesis. While the specific methodology leveraged depends on the nature of the hypothesis and data available, hypothesis testing typically uses sample data to extrapolate insights about a larger population. We will elaborate a little on that statement in further videos. Now, when it comes to data-driven decision making, there is a certain amount of risk that can mislead a professional. This could be due to flawed thinking or observations, incomplete or inaccurate data, or the presence of some unknown variables, unknown factor that we did not take into account. The danger in this is that if major strategic decisions are made based on flawed insights, it can lead to wasted resources, missed opportunities, and catastrophic outcomes. The real value of hypothesis testing in business is that it allows professionals to test their theories and assumptions before putting them into action. This essentially allows an organization to verify its analysis is correct before committing resources to implement a broader strategy. As one example, consider a company that wishes to launch a new marketing campaign to revitalize sales during a slow period. Doing so could be an incredibly expensive endeavor, depending on the campaign size and complexity. The company, therefore, may wish to test the campaign on a smaller scale to understand how it will perform. In this example, the hypothesis that's being tested would fall along the lines of if the company launches a new marketing campaign, then it will translate into an increase in sales. This can further broken down into more specific statements also. For example, launching a TV campaign will add 1 million to the sales figures. It may even be possible to quantify how much of a lift in sales, just as an example that I gave you, the company expects to see from the effort. Pending the results of the pilot campaign, the business would then know whether it makes sense to roll it out more broadly. Okay. Now that we have a basic sense of what an hypothesis is, the next step is to go a little further and concretely define when do we use hypothesis testing. We'll do that in the next video.